our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place. But some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east, Kazakhstan in the north, to Indonesia in the south. Home to more than half the world's population and an incredible 80% of its youth, Asia Rugby has grown from holding just one tournament every 2 years to running more than 15 international competitions each and every year, culminating in the iconic Asia Rugby Championship and the Asia Rugby 7 Series. Asia Rugby continues to grow the game through initiatives like Get Into Rugby, initiatives that have helped us expand our player base by more than 25% per year, initiatives designed to empower our kids with the knowledge and skills necessary to develop great players and inspire positive social change. Asia Rugby is a diverse collection of cultures bound together by our core values of integrity, passion, solidarity, discipline, and respect, driving our belief that rugby makes a positive contribution to people's lives. Asia Rugby is taking our great game, its spirit, and everything it stands for to over half the world's population. And we invite you to be part of it. Asia Rugby. We can do better, but together.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Namdong Rugby Stadium in Incheon, South Korea for the second match of this 2024 Asia Rugby Championship. The tournament kicked off in Hong Kong, China yesterday, with the defending champions Hong Kong, China taking on newcomers, the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Hong Kong, China recording a comprehensive 52 points to 5 win. And today we've got an exciting match in prospect between the hosts, Korea, and the visitors, Malaysia. My name's Nick Goodman, and with me to provide some insight and expert analysis, I have a former Korean 7s and 15 star Olympian, current coach of one of Korea's leading domestic sides, Andre Jin Kokiard. Welcome, Andre.
Thank you very much. What an intro. Thank you very much. Really excited for the match today. If we saw a physical match yesterday, we should see a bit more open and fast brand of rugby today. It's a beautiful day here in Incheon, 26 degrees, no humidity. You couldn't have picked a better day for an ARC match.
Yeah, I was just down on the pitch earlier, and that field is in immaculate condition. No humidity about, so we have a nice dry ball. Bit of a slight breeze, which seems to be swirling a bit, so I don't think it'll have a massive effect. And there you can see the table. This year's an expanded competition. The previous 4 or 5 years has only been Hong Kong, China, Malaysia and South Korea, but we've welcomed in the United Arab Emirates this year. They had a pretty tough start yesterday down in Hong Kong, China, but I'm sure they'll grow from that. Did you see any of that match, Andre?
Yeah, I did. It's great to have the UAE join us to expand the competition. We're always looking for more competition, more test matches here in the Asia region. It's great to have them join us in the top division. Yesterday's match, UAE very competitive in the first half, but Hong Kong showing their class as the game wore on. Looked very humid down there. Afternoon kickoff in Hong Kong at the football club. Luckily, we shouldn't have that kind of humidity and wet ball that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, always pretty tough down on those hot artificial pitches, but this surface out here is probably one of the best in the world, I reckon. It's
I've played in a few pitches, and I made my debut on this pitch, and I will say that this is probably, in terms of patch of grass, the best patch of grass there is in the world.
yeah, so a few fans starting to come in. If you are in the area, there's still time to get down here. Some of the visiting fans from Malaysia, perhaps.
Yeah, it's great to see a lot of people supporting Malaysia today, more than we've seen previously, and now the two teams make their way to the field.
So we'll have Korea in their white strip with red and blue trim, and Malaysia with the red jerseys, navy shorts and red socks. It's a fairly fresh looking Korean lineup with 7 debutants according to my information. So definitely a new era for Korean rugby.
Yes, we're looking at both teams looking at maybe a World Cup cycle after the World Cup last year for 2027.
Ladies and gentlemen, from now on, both teams will play
We're just
the
getting ready for the
national
national anthems.
The Korean national anthem will be played.
And what can you tell us about this Korean lineup, Andre?
Yeah, so if we look here, like you said, a lot of new caps, only 47 caps between the side, but still some good experience. Number 14, Asia rugby fans will know, Jung-Yeon Shik, has played in Japan, has over 20 caps, 7-star. What's really interesting today is number 12, Lee Jin-kyu. We all know him here in Korea. He's a very good leader coming into his own. And then also the number 7 and number 8, Kim Chan-ju and Hwang Jung-wook. They're kind of the new face of Korea rugby.
And for Malaysia, they'll be looking to get off to a good start. I think they'll need some good control as the national anthem start. Nice rendition of the Malaysian anthem. Now stand by for the Korean national anthem.
There's really no better moment as a national team player than belting out your national anthem before you represent your nation. Few Korean players there doing the salute. Those are the military players.
The match will be controlled by Jaco David from the UAE, with assistant referees James Fairborn, Tony Domini,
and TMO from Hong Kong. So neutral set of referees.
and it looks like Korea will have first use of the ball. They'll be playing from right to left on your screen. Bit of a sun at their back.
And as of right now, it looks like they have the wind as well from right to left.
다음에 양팀의 선수 명단이 소개하겠습니다. 먼저 대한민국팀의 선수 소개가 있겠습니다.
Just around the hotel yesterday, both teams really pumped up for this one. It's the first opportunity to lay down a marker in 2024. Like we said, it's a new cycle now. Everyone looking towards Australia in 2027. This is the first step for both nations.
Yeah, an exciting opportunity potentially with the expanded 2027 World Cup draw, including 24 teams. Actually, it'll be Malaysia will get us underway through their fly half, Lee James Chapman. And he goes deep towards the Korean 22, well fielded by Korea. And a good early bust up the middle.
That's Lee Yong-un, brought into the side for his speed this weekend.
Korea tried to recycle quickly. Malaysia have come in for a counter ruck and disrupted it. But Korea carried hard into the Malaysian 20, and they've won a penalty.
This is a great start if you're Korea.
Another strong carry from Korea. Malaysia in there trying to disrupt, but Korea getting quick front football. Nice little tip on.
It's a good physical carry there. Good shape, Korea, right now in the beginning of the match.
Bring it out towards our left, and another strong carry from Korea, building some momentum here. Playing under penalty advantage so they can chance their arm. Oh, lovely offload, but it doesn't find its target, unfortunately, and we'll go back for the early penalty.
Just Malaysia there with a good deep kickoff, but Lee Yong-un was able to step his way through, get Korea on the front foot, put a few phases together.
Yeah, some nice footwork.
The Korean center, you can take that with the advantage, you can take that kind of risk. It's going to come back for the penalty, and looks like Korea have chosen to take a shot at goal.
Yeah, good opportunity to get some early points on the board. Malaysia will be a bit disappointed with their first up defence there.
Yeah, they were able to scramble at least. They gave away the penalty, but no more leaks from there. Korea looking very good with their shape. I know it's only the first phase of the match, but good shape there and good playing with good speed.
Yep. So it'll be Jung, the fly half, to line this kick up. Pretty much right out in front, about 28 metres out. Moves in, strikes it pretty nicely, but unfortunately it's just away.
Just to the right there. He'll be disappointed with that one. I know he prides himself in his kicking.
So a chance for Malaysia to exit now. They'll need to get a bit better kick chase than the last time. Some dangerous runners in this Korean side. A number of players with experience from the 7 circuit. Chapman wants to go deep this time. Fielded by the Korean fullback. And Jung has a little go himself, finds some space. Korean forwards arrive quickly to recycle, set up a pod.
Bit of deja vu again. We're in the same field position. There's a captain there. Direct route. Takes a few Malaysian players to bring him down. That's great defense by Malaysia. Able to hold up the Korean captain, create a maul situation. The ball doesn't come out, and it'll be a scrum to Malaysia.
So a good confidence boost there for the Malaysian defence. Perhaps a little bit upright in the carry there, the Korean ball runner. And it's Sam Rentat, the open side flanker for Malaysia, doing some good work there.
That was a great double tackle there. Malaysia need to sort out their kick chase, but it looks like their phase, once they're in shape, looks pretty good actually. Good physical tackle so far in the game.
Yep, and pretty pumped up off that turnover too. Just having a player attended to. I think that is that Jung that got a bit of a rib tickler there.
Yeah, I think once he made that gap, when he passed that ball, I think he might have taken a little shot, but he's a tough guy. He'll be all right.
So good to see him back on his feet.
Yeah, the second that Korean player joined into that ball situation, Malaysia had, didn't need to roll away. Really good defense.
So first opportunity here for Malaysia. Midfield scrum.
A lot of options here from the midfield. Will they look to play with it or just get out of their territory?
It'll be the number 9, Razali, who will feed it for Malaysia.
First scrum of the day. And pretty even in the scrum.
Good solid platform there, back to Chapman. He puts it on the left boot. Skewed off the side of the foot, unfortunately.
You can just see by the way he's holding one, that old-fashioned spiral just came off the wrong side, the wrong part of the boot there.
Yeah, it's a good option if you hit it right. You can get some distance, but there's not much margin for error with the spiral.
Just had our first scrum. Looking forward to the first line out here. Korea in a very good attacking position.
It'll be Che to throw for Korea, just outside the Malaysian 22. Well secured, but some good work coming through the middle.
I read that very well there. Unfortunately, just half second too late there. Knocked it on, and watch it here. It's a good take. Just shot the gap there.
Yeah, nice read. Korean halfback Kang won't be too happy with the protection or lack of that he got there from his forward pack.
Yeah, he had a free shot there from Samir there, the number 4 from Malaysia.
Quite a physical start. We've got another player down being attended to. Malaysia have definitely come out firing with their defence, putting some good shoulders on.
It's interesting. I was with the Malaysia boys yesterday in the hotel. It looks like a bigger pack than what I'm used to seeing with the Malaysian team, and it showed on that first scrum. Very even.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like we might have lost Jung. Is he coming off there?
It looks like that might be the case.
Yes, and we've got a substitution on.
Right away, here comes number 23, Ko Seung-jae from the OK Club. Probably not expected to make an entry this quick, but that's what you got to be ready for when you're on the bench.
Yeah. Quite a tough loss, losing your game driver so early in the game, but good opportunity here for Ko to stamp his authority on this match.
Again, nice solid scrum from both teams.
Korea go hard through the middle, some great stepping and acceleration. Korea going early. What a run.
Yi Jingyu, the captain, leading from the front. Just direct, route 1, physical. We were just talking about how great Malaysia's defense has been, but Yi Jingyu said, give me the ball and I'll take it to the house. What a run that was.
Yeah, some great footwork and acceleration. Captain leading from the front early.
And that's exactly what Korea need. Like you said, you lose your game driver. People might panic. What do? The captain says, follow me.
Good solid platform and just some nice footwork here. And look at the acceleration once he gets through that gap.
Just able to get away there. Just a direct play. You're thinking, they might set it up for something else, but you can't stop route 1. There's no reason for Jingyu to stop there.
Had some players in motion out the back, so maybe the Malaysian defenders held off a little bit, but you don't want to hold off on this man.
Yeah, he's going to be doing that all day. That's his bread and butter. Now we've got the new number 10 here, Ko. Second he's into the match, right into a conversion kick.
Moves in. And that one's also away from the right. Looks like he struck it all right, but just didn't have the radar on.
Just off to the right again.
So it's Korea with an early 5-0 lead, courtesy of some great attacking play by Lee Jin-gu.
All right, so Malaysia, another opportunity to sort out their kick chase and see how they go.
Gone deep again. And it's been well secured by Korea. San Rimtat comes in for a tackle for Malaysia, but he's fallen off, so Korea making good ground with their carries at this stage. Go feeds the pod, they go out back door. Korea.
Play from deep here, Korea. Probably not the best option there. They had that half gap, you're in your territory, and that can happen when you score early on. You might stray from the game plan. Maybe sometimes you just want to exit from your 22, set up another platform. Now Malaysia with a really good opportunity inside the Korean 22.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit overconfident after that early initial strike. And as you say, exiting downfield and playing in the Malaysian half may have been a better option there, but good opportunity here for Malaysia.
Interesting formation here with the Malaysian backs. Obviously
Rosali.
something they've been working on.
Rosali to feed the scrum, they've got there, and a big push coming through from Korea that's disrupted a bit. Chapman sweeps round, tries to find his man on the outside, but it's been knocked on, so perhaps a few early nerves here.
Yeah, it was a nice setup there. It was a bit of that double triangle that we see a lot in rugby league. If that ball had gone to hand, you never know. It looks like they had that extra man out there. It's just that final pass.
Yep, the setup was all right. It's just the execution. Good scrum pressure though from Korea as well, which probably put them on the back foot a little bit. And Kang, the number 9 for Korea, will feed a scrum on their own 10-metre line. Backs standing pretty flat, so maybe looking at a kick this time perhaps. Oh, Lee Jin-gu backs himself again.
Oh, he's looking dangerous so far today.
Strong carry again from Korea. They're targeting the inside shoulder of those Malaysian defenders and making good ground, and they've won a penalty.
Just a Malaysian tackler. They're not able to roll away. Korea looking very dangerous off the set piece so far.
Yeah, they're looking well organised. How long have they been in camp, do you know?
Yeah, they've been together, so the domestic season just finished at the end of April, and they've almost been together with about a month, and it's clearly showing here. Everyone seems to be on the same page.
So a great attacking opportunity for Korea, just outside the Malaysian 22.
Kang will be asking for a little better protection from his forward line here, so he can get this ball away.
Gone to the middle and well disrupted by Malaysia. They get up and they've stolen it, so here's a chance for them to break out.
Great
Strong carry.
Carry there.
Chapman standing in the pocket. That's a better strike with that big left boot of his. Finds some space down the middle. He's found the dangerous John Yong-shik. And a very nice kick here from Korea. Oh.
That's Baek Jong-un, number 15 for Korea. And that's a 50-22, so that will be Korea ball at the line out. What a kick.
Great piece of skill there.
One of the things I would like to highlight with Korea today is actually their back three. Very dangerous runners in the wing and a very good controller and a long boot from Baek Jong-un. If Korea's going to have a lot of success today, it's going to go through the number 11, 14, and 15.
It's another opportunity. Can Korea secure this line out? They do get up well at 2, but once again, they've come through Malaysia. This time they're offside, and we've got a double blast on the whistle here.
So Korea with a little smart play there. Previously, Malaysia shot the gap. This time they brought the ball down to create that offside, not off the top. Malaysian players didn't make that read, and penalty offside at the line out.
The referee's just had a word to the Malaysian captain, perhaps about the number of penalties they've given away early in the Korean red zone.
Clearly something Malaysia has targeted is the Korean line out. They are shooting that.
And Korea have gone line out again. They've found touch 5 metres out. So an opportunity here to perhaps maul if they can get up and secure it.
Good opportunity for Korea to assert some dominance, but on the flip side, Malaysia an opportunity to get some momentum as well.
The Korean maul driving forward, powering over, and they're in for their second try. Great work from the Korean forward pack there.
Rugby's a simple game when done, when the basics have done with execution. Just a front line out there and all 8 forwards just together, and no one was stopping that.
Looks like the lock forward, number 4, Hyunjae Lee, getting the pats on the back there. Opportunity here for Ko.
Look here, just an easy ball to the front. What's good to see is just the Korean pack move, just reacted a bit quicker than the Malaysian pack. And before Malaysia could do anything, Korea was already had the momentum.
So good start there from the Korean forward pack. Nice low body positions at the back. Some powerful leg drive, gets them over.
There's only one thing to follow about the Korean game today. It's been their goal kicking. 3rd opportunity here.
Tenen from touch. Probably on his preferred side for a right-footed kicker. And he struck that one beautifully.
Straight down the middle. It's a beautiful kick. So Korea asserting some dominance so far early in this game, but if you're Malaysian, there's nothing to be worried about or panic. It's just the penalties. They can just cut down the penalties. There's no reason for them to deviate from the game plan, just making it a little bit too easy for Korea.
Yeah, giving away penalties gives you an early, easy into the Malaysian territory. They've gone long so far with their kickoffs. Will they try and perhaps contest on this one? Bit higher.
Hanging up in the wind, that one. This is that young number 8 that we're all looking forward to here in Korea, Hang Jong-wook.
Good carry from him. Korea set up their pod. Forwards rumbling forward again, up towards the Malaysian half. And it's this time it's Malaysia that have won a penalty. So holding on, got a little bit isolated there, the Korean ball carrier.
Yeah, just a little anxious. You're in your half. There's no reason to creepy crawl, as we'd say. You know, you've got good support there. But just looking for that extra meter. No, there was no need for that, but really good opportunity now for Malaysia to get points on the board.
They've opted for a kick at goal. It'll be Chapman that lines it up.
From what we've seen so far, distance should not be a problem. It's just a little bit of that swirling wind is going right to left right now into Chapman's face.
It's about 38 metres out. Just to the right of the right-hand upright. Struck that one pretty well, so distance won't be the issue, but once again it's the direction.
Just hooked that a little bit into the right-hand side there. I like that decision though. 12-0 down at 15 minutes ago. It's a patient decision. Some teams would have kicked to the corner, but that's a sign that Malaysia isn't too worried so far. It's a good strike, just a little bit to the right there.
Looks like he could potentially knock them over from halfway with that sort of distance if he gets his radar set.
Something the Korean team or the coaching staff will probably be worried about.
Good long kickoff from Korea. And Malaysia look to find some space, but maybe John Young-shik back there's covered it well. I know it's the fullback, Beck. And he finds a good touch.
That's another good kick there from the Korean fullback. Getting good distance.
Looks to have a big boot on him. He's quite a solid individual for a fullback.
The difference so far in this game in the first 15, 20 minutes or so has just been that the penalties in territory, Korea has been able to control where they're playing on the field, and Malaysia's just given away too many penalties.
It'll be the Malaysian hooker who likes to go by the name Dutch to feed the line out.
Malaysia's first line out, if I'm not mistaken.
The movement there, and well secured at the front. Chapman feeds to his midfield. Malaysian forwards coming around the corner, but Razali's opted to slow it down a bit. Short pod here. Quite slow ball, so they'll be looking to perhaps clear this, but they've won a penalty. So the Koreans just getting a bit offside there.
That's what we call a coach killer there. Malaysia setting up. Everyone can see they're looking to kick the ball, and the Korean team, they're offside. They're going to kick you the ball anyway. No need to get overzealous there. That's a good touch finder from Chapman.
Yeah, would be frustrating there for Korea. They had them under pressure. A bit more patience, and it would have been a hard kick for Malaysia to exit from there. But an opportunity here for Malaysia on halfway. The movement here, and they've gone over the back, but the throw's off target, and it's fallen on the Korean side. Go takes it, offloads to his big lock, who carries it up into the Malaysian half. And a wee knock on there.
Deemed to be legal to come through the gate is just, he looks like we'll have a look here at the replay.
Yeah, so the ball's out, you can see it.
Yep.
Oh, perhaps a bit unlucky there.
A bit unlucky. And Samir has been targeting the Korean number 9 at the line out here, also at the ruck, something that they're maybe looking to target there.
Yeah, not getting a lot of protection there from his forwards. It's taken a couple of good shots so far.
Halfback will be having a word, I'm sure, in the locker room. Where's my protection?
Never short of having a word, most halfbacks.
So deemed to be knocked on by Malaysia in the tackle, so it will be Korea ball here. Another good attacking opportunity.
So we've got a fly half Ko standing directly behind the scrum with a trailing winger behind him.
Imagine we see a little bit of a looping play here.
And they go front door to Lee Jin-gu. Carries strongly again.
That's a good quick ball.
Korean forwards rumbling around the corner, take us up to the 10-metre line in Malaysian half. Good clean ball again. Through the hands, here's John Yong-shik down the sideline, and unfortunately the ball has gone forward.
Just when we needed a little bit of spark in the game there, Baek Jong-un was about to give it to us, but just under the pressure, it looks like that ball just swayed forward a little bit. Korea looking very sharp with their first 3 phases there. Lee Jin-gu is just causing a bunch of damage on that first phase and getting good, really quick balls, so Korea always on the front foot. But Malaysia doing well, but sorry, did we miss something there?
Yeah, we must have.
Looks like a Malaysian player has been sent to the sin bin number 14, Zulhilmi. We haven't been able to see a replay, but obviously some foul play that was picked up by the referee or the touch judge, and Malaysia will be down to 14.
Just the way the referee was indicating there, was there potentially a foot trip? So another attacking opportunity here for Korea. They'll feed a line out 7 metres out from the Malaysian line. Get up well and go to that rolling ball again. Korea driving forward. Looks to have been stopped, but it's done so illegally, so now they're playing under penalty advantage.
For Korea, you can roll the dice a little bit. You've got the advantage.
They look up, feet to the midfield. Jin-gu has a wee crack with the chip kick. but it's under penalty advantage, so we'll go back to the 5 metre line.
For Korea, it's an easy option here. The success of the line-out maul, you're probably going to see them kick to the corner again.
That's exactly what they've done.
For Malaysia, you'd like to see them just react a bit quicker and get to the ball and stop that maul. Once the Korean pack is a group of 8, it looks like they're going to be very hard to stop.
Che throws the line out. They've gone down to number 6. They get in now and drive forward. Korea getting organised for a second drive here. It's going to be hard for Malaysia to hold them out here. But some good work initially.
Seems to be just short of the line. Referee's going to have a look there. Oh, held up just before the line.
So some great work in there by the Malaysian pack. Although we've got a double blast on the whistle. Oh, and another card.
This is number 7 there, San Rentap. Looked to have stolen the ball at the maul, but has been judged to be done illegally. So Malaysia down to 13 now.
Tough times here for Malaysia. They're going to have to dig deep here for the next 10 minutes or so. Korea putting them under fierce pressure. It's having a short injury break. Muhammad Asri getting some attention.
Malaysia, at the line-out maul, they seem to be competing, which is making them late to the line-out maul. You got to choose one or the other. You're going to compete, or are you just going to stay down and push? They seem to be in two minds there, so something they might want to sort out. Korea here opting, even though the ball is going very well, opting for the scrum might be because Malaysia is down to 7 in the pack.
Yeah, so a 2-man advantage for Korea now. It's going to be pretty tough to defend the scrum 5 metres out from the Malaysian line. They march forward, being controlled in the back by the Korean 8. And he's got over.
And Young Hwang there, able to just kind of dive over, but all the hard work done by the Korean Type 5. The Korean pack really asserting their dominance in this first half.
Yeah, massive pressure being applied to Malaysia here by this Korean forward pack.
They just won the initial hit there, and then
다시 한번 대한민국이 또
just
트라이
able to
득점에
just
성공을
drive
하면서
through that
5점
Malaysian pack.
하고 있습니다.
Some good control at the back there from Hwang with his footwork there. So 17 points to 0 with the kick to come. Korea putting on a bit of a clinic here so far.
Just doing the simple things really well so far today. Go with another successful kick, bringing the tally up to 19-0 with 25 minutes gone.
So Malaysia jog back up to halfway, playing with 13 men at the moment.
Yeah, you're gonna have to survive the next 10 minutes or so, like you said. Malaysia, 15 on 15, the kick chase hasn't been good. It's gonna be difficult it's a very wide pitch here in Incheon actually. I think we use all 70 meters here. It's gonna be very difficult to defend.
Chapman deep into the Korean 22, well fielded.
There's the try scorer, Hwang. Great footwork there. Back row linking up, there's Kim Yo-han.
Quick ruck ball for Korea, they're on the front foot. They go
Oh,
blindside.
beautiful offload there.
And a break through the middle. It's Young-in Lee who'll go in.
Bit of razzle-dazzle there. It all starts with the long kick. Malaysia, they've been doing that. The number 8 Hwang just stepping offside, big body there, stepping off his foot, releasing the Korean backs. And what an offload that was from number 4, Seo Jong-soo. Or number 5, sorry.
Yes, nice skills here by the Koreans.
Just going to that blind side, seeing an opportunity there. Wow, look at that little behind the back. Had Kang Min-jun outside, just backed himself. Has the pace, go alone, under the posts.
So Korea making a rampant start to their 2024 Asia Rugby Championship campaign so far.
Malaysia down to 13. I think Korea, maybe they had a word, maybe have a bit of license to open things up a little bit right off the kickoff. They went for it. Beautiful passage of rugby.
Ko smashes it through, so 26 points to 0. Korea leading. What's the option here for Malaysia with this kickoff? They've been going long and giving Korea a bit of time.
We understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Korea to stay in the 22, kick it out so they have an attacking platform. But Korea, with all their runners, have just been able to kind of slice through the Malaysian kick chase. So maybe you switch it up, kick it short, compete for it. Clearly plan A is not working.
Chapman goes the same option.
Can't fault the kick. The kick has been beautiful every time. I think this is exactly what Malaysia wanted, maybe in their pre-match planning. But so far, Korea, up until now, they've been running it out. But Malaysia finally, it's been a while since they've entered the Korean half, have an opportunity at the line out here. They're successful for the Dutch was successful with the line out to the front. Unsuccessful, they've reduced the numbers.
Yeah, important for Malaysia to control possession for a while here.
4-man line out, just simple it down if you're Malaysia.
Tap back on the Malaysian side, they go midfield. Chapman finds a runner, they've gone backdoor and popped a wee kick through.
Space was there, the kick was a little bit long. There's that dangerous fullback.
Little chip and chase falls on the Malaysian side. It's getting messy out there now. Ball's bobbling about. Whose ball is it? Both sides going in there. It's fallen on the Malaysian side. Razali finds Chapman, who knocks it down the middle of the park.
Knock-on advantage over, so Korea allowed to play here. Here's the danger man again.
And Malaysia look to find the safety of the touchline, but it's not out. And an opportunity here for Korea to counter. John Young-shik.
Here's the 7th man. We haven't seen much of him so far.
Sort of glides into contact, but bounces bodies off.
Good
Quick ball.
Oh, you've got numbers here for Korea. There's that number 8. Had the man on the outside, backs himself. And just a physical specimen. 2-on-1 there. Decided it was unneeded, went himself. Another rampant open field try for Korea.
Yeah, Hwang Jung-wook looks like a powerful ball carrier.
대한민국 8번 황정욱 선수가 트라이 적점하면서 5점을 획득했습니다.
Again, it's always going to be difficult with Malaysia down to 13. Korea understanding that, kind of going side to side. Using their kick counter also very well.
Yeah, nice handoff there. The Malaysian prop, big tight head, did quite well to get across there and cover, but it's always going to be difficult against an athletic back rower in that wide channel.
What an athlete he is. Not just only showing the power, but also the footwork.
So as we mentioned prior to the match, fairly inexperienced Korean lineup, but they'll be building in confidence after this start.
Yeah, just to start this young team needed. It's cool with the difficult conversion. And Jess pulled it to the left.
So we've got one of the Malaysian Sinbin players about to re-enter the field. It'll be Zulhimi, the right wing, back on the park. So they're back to 14 players now, Malaysia.
I like to hear that from Zulhimi coming back, just saying one by one. If you're Malaysia, you can't be too worried about the scoreboard right now. You just got to stick to the plan. If you can get a try or two, get some points on the board, find your rhythm again. So we've seen this before for Chapman. Zulhimi coming off the bench, making up for his 10 minutes. That's what you want to see from a guy returning from the sin bin.
Yeah, nice work from Zulhimi. He's created an opportunity for Malaysia to attack in the Korea in the half.
First time we've seen Malaysia in this part of the field with phase attack. And we'll come back for the knock-on.
So some good pressure on that kickoff. Forces a knock-on from Korea. Some tough defence by the Korean front rowers there.
Front row on front row there. Deemed to be no advantage, so we'll come back.
So it's probably Malaysia's best attacking opportunity for a while, but they are, however, one man down on the pack, so they'll be looking to get a quick strike here and release their backs.
If you're Malaysia, you're looking for in and out as soon as possible at this scrum. In Korea, they're going to come with the pressure, you know that.
Front row's gone down. We're going to reset the scrum. So a lot of pressure coming through here from the 8-man Korean pack. Trying to exploit that numerical advantage. Number 7 in the sin bin, Sam Rentat, looking eager to get back on.
He's up, he's ready to get back. Looks like he won't be joining us just yet. Malaysia will have to go at it with 7. Malaysian backs look ready. They're eager to attack.
And a pressure scrum coming through from Korea, and they've just walked over this. Found space down the blind side.
Good idea just to hold on to it there, secure the ball. There's that number 11, Lee Yong-un.
Korea, quick ruck ball. Ko feeds the midfield out to Jinku Lee. Through the hands.
Good crisp hands there from the Korean team.
John Young-shik puts it on the boot. And it's been knocked on by Malaysia. So Korea playing with a lot of width in their game. John Young-shik with the soccer skills.
The Korean coaching staff, you like what you're seeing. The forwards are doing the hard work at line out and maul at the set piece, and when the backs get a sniff of an opportunity, they're really taking their chances well. So really good first half from Korea. If you're Malaysia, you just want to weather the storm a little bit, get a bit more structure into your game, a bit more area control.
Yeah, a lot of this game's been played deep in the Malaysian half.
Another opportunity here for Korea to attack just on that 22-meter line, right-hand scrum.
Solid scrum from Korea. Lee charges forward. Heavy carry into the contact. He's got quick front football for Korea again. And it's been dropped though.
Just Chun Young-shik, just having a look at the defensive line as the ball, you know, with all that experience, got to keep your eyes on the ball. Just had to look up to see where the Malaysian defense was. And in that split second, just lost that concentration. If you're Malaysia, you're thankful for that little mistakes. You can relieve some pressure.
And Malaysia back to their full complement of 15 players now. Got a scrum midfield on their own 22. Looking to secure this and get out of here.
It's a better scrum there from the Malaysian pack.
Big left boot of Chapman. Hasn't found touch though.
Oh, You know what they say, never let the ball bounce. Malaysia able to put some pressure on. Looks like they've got hands on that ball. It should be a ball to Malaysia.
Oh, it's come on the Korean side.
Oh, nice footwork there from the number 10, Ko, number 23.
Finds some space up the middle, puts Korea on the front foot again. Some of those Malaysian forwards slow and retreating. Strong carry from Won, the tight head prop. They go out back.
There's that athlete again, Hwang Jong-wook, but stolen in the contact.
Yeah, good
How's
work.
that come back to the Korean side? But Korea's still playing here, putting
Tae-woo
faces
Kim
together.
carries up for Korea. Some strong defence coming in this time on Lee. Korea look to go route one up the middle though, and they've knocked it on.
That's good defense by Malaysia there.
Perhaps a little bit unlucky at a couple of those breakdowns with some of those potential turnovers. Nice chop tackle there. And it's the halfback, Razali, that gets an arm in there and dislodges the ball.
Just a good halfback should, just in that behind the ruck, sweeping up, was able to join, assist that tackle, and just slap that ball out. That's what you like to see from your halfback.
It's been busy, had an energetic game, playing off the back foot a lot of the time.
Deja vu, but we've seen this scenario, Malaysia midfield scrum, quite a few times already in this first half. Most likely see Chapman relieve pressure. The one thing that has been working is this long left boot of his.
He's found a bit of space this time, but it still hasn't gone out. Good pressure coming through though from Malaysia. Beck backs himself though, links with Lee. Oh, nice hands there.
Oh,
and
there
a good
goes.
outside break.
Nice speed there from Moon Jong-ho, number 13 for Korea.
Korea, once again, good front foot ball. Nice little tip on here. It's the big man up the middle, Kim. Bumps off one. Korea streaming forward into the Malaysian 22. Quick ruck ball. They've got space out here on the right. Potentially offside there from Malaysia, but Korea rumble forward. Kang has a dart himself, gets held up. Oh, good shot there, but he bumps him off and powers through the contact.
He's just short there.
Kang has a little dart.
큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Difficult to see if he crossed the white line there from that angle. Referee wants to have a chat with his touch judge. And as we see a Malaysian player coming off the field here.
Looks to be one of their front rowers. We'll try and get a number for you soon.
It's his first test match with both teams, so it's going to be difficult, that 37, 38 minute mark at the end of the half. Real test of fitness right now. They're probably not up to speed in this first match.
And it's, yes, the hooker, Amarul Mukminin, or Dutch as he likes to be known. That's on the naughty chair for 10 minutes.
Malaysia, you're already on the back foot. It's difficult when you have 3 Simbins in this first half. Just need a bit of better discipline in the second half if they want to compete better with this Korean team.
Yeah, commanding first half performance by Korea, 31-0, and have another great opportunity on the 5 metre line. What's the option here?
Yeah, well, both ball and scrum are working for you, so captain's choice really. Probably just making that decision now. It looks like Malaysia with a substitution. Number 16 making his way onto the field. And it's probably a tactical substitution
Nari's man. I think it's the hooker's
Hooker,
been
yeah,
gone off, so
exactly.
they've had to get rid of one of their back rowers.
Right, because Korea's opted for the scrum, so a substitute hooker has to come in for Malaysia for scrum time.
So blindside flanker Norhi Dirat has been the sacrificial lamb there.
Number 16, Rizman, right into the action.
Strong shunt by Korea. And the big number 8 powers over for another one on the back of some good work by his pack.
Korea in type 5 really going forward today, whether it's at the maul or at the scrum, they've come to play today, really showing their physical prowess.
다시 한번 대한민국 8번 황정욱 선수가 하트라인을 하면서 5점을 획득했습니다.
The try will be tallied to number 8, Hwang Jong-woo, but really it's his pack of forwards in front of him that put in the hard work. Korea looking very dominant at set piece today.
Yeah, the pack have really rolled their sleeves up and almost bullied the Malaysian pack so far. Another opportunity for Ko. About 12 in from touch. Steps forward, slots it through the middle.
고승재 선수 첫 번째 성공 지점 추가적으로 획득하면서 38대 0으로 앞서 나갔습니다.
So we're about to conclude this first half
South
here.
Korea's number 23.
Malaysia, you probably want that half time now. Get that opportunity to regroup as a team. Just sort of couple things out tactically, but first and foremost, just got to cut down on the penalties. It's all about that discipline.
There's the hooter, but we've still got time for one last kickoff. Chapman goes deep again into the Korean 22, and they'll just kick it out and go off for half time. So a dominant first half display by South Korea sees them run into half time 38-0 up.
Yeah, if you're the Korean team, you couldn't have asked for a better first half there. A young team, but showing what's really impressive, not just showing kind of that open rugby and that eagerness to play, but really showing good discipline. And they look like they really know the game plan. And they kind of look like a well-polished side, even though it's only the first half of the first test match in this ARC. If you're Malaysia, they didn't really do too much wrong in the beginning. They looked pretty even. They were in the physical battle, but once those penalties started creeping into the game, they started losing players to the sin bin, and they were just not able to get out of their half. First and foremost, if you're the Malaysian coaching staff, you just want to sort out those penalties.
Yeah, definitely. But nice to see them try and hold on to the ball for a bit longer, perhaps, work through a few phases.
Yeah, you see the potential there. And here we'll have a look at the highlights. This was the first try there by Captain Korea. Just straight down the middle.
Yeah, some nice footwork and then the acceleration to get him home.
It's good balance there.
Some strong mauling in the first half by Korea. That was the first of their maul tries. And then the scrum's also been a weapon for them, with Hwang being the beneficiary. He's having a day out. First half hat trick, I believe.
He's been really impressive, along with the rest of the Korean pack. This offload here, that was the highlight of the first half. Special skills, the pace to finish it off.
Our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place. But some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet. A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east, Kazakhstan in the north, to Indonesia in the south. Home to more than half the world's population and an incredible 80% of its youth, Asia Rugby has grown from holding just one tournament every 2 years to running more than 15 international competitions each and every year, culminating in the iconic Asia Rugby Championship and the Asia Rugby 7 Series. Asia Rugby continues to grow the game through initiatives like Get Into Rugby, initiatives that have helped us expand our player base by more than 25% per year, initiatives designed to empower our kids with the knowledge and skills necessary to develop great players and inspire positive social change. Asia Rugby is a diverse collection of cultures bound together by our core values of integrity, passion, solidarity, discipline, and respect, driving our belief that rugby makes a positive contribution to people's lives. Asia Rugby is taking our great game, its spirit, and everything it stands for to over half the world's population. And we invite you to be part of it. Asia Rugby. We can do better, but together.
Our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place. But some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet. A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east. Kazakhstan.
Back to Incheon, where we see Korea coming out after half-time, 38 points to 0 up over Malaysia. A rampant first half performance from Korea.
Yeah, for Korea, it's just more of the same in the second half. For Malaysia, just cut those penalties, get into the right areas. They've showed a lot of potential. They just need to execute now.
Bobbled about, but pulled it back in, and Malaysia have found touch on their own 10-metre line.
And is deemed to be carried back into the 22. So Korea with a really good attacking lineup. Not what you wanted if you're in the Malaysian team.
No, it was a tough first half for them, and they're going to have to dig deep here. Great attacking opportunity for Korea though. 7 out from the Malaysian line. Che finds his jumper, but it's not straight.
Couple substitutions here. Looks like on the Korean side, that dangerous fullback Baek Jo-moon is out, and number 22 Kim Chan-dur is in. Yeon-shik looks like he's reverted to the fullback, and Chan-dur on the wing, and looks like for Malaysia, number 19 Shobri is on the pitch.
It'll be Razali for Malaysia. He had a busy first half, made some good defensive plays.
Better scrum from Malaysia to start the second half.
Chapman knocks it out.
A little bit rushed, but he was able to find touch. Just relieving a bit of pressure there. Korea will have another opportunity, just hugging the 22 at the lineout.
Opting for a 5-man line out here, Korea. They've got a pot of forwards out in the back line. Go down the back, well secured, and they charge forward. Passes a little bit astray though.
But able to recover the Korean team and burrow forward.
There's some space here. Chanju Kim steps back. Korea rolling forward again.
That's good defense there from Malaysia.
Jin-kyu uses that footwork again. Korea have numbers out to the left. Finds a man on the inside, but it's forward. So some good defensive work there from Malaysia. They were on the back foot initially, but they scrambled well to snuff out this attack, put some pressure on.
Ball just deemed, that inside ball deemed to be forward there from the number 10, Go Seung-jae. For Malaysia, just weathering the storm here. You really want to get out of your 22.
And Malaysia will go back to their full complement, I think, of... Oh no, they're still 1 down, so they've got some work to do here. 7-man Malaysian pack, 5 metres out from their own line. Be trying to get a quick strike here, feed it to Chapman, who's stood deep behind the scrum. There he is, onto that left foot. Makes good contact and finds a good touch up towards the...
That's a great relieving kick there.
10-metre line. Right back on his own dead ball line there. Good work by the Malaysian pack too to get a nice quick strike through and some clean ball with a man short.
Seems like the wind has picked up a little bit here. Something to be mindful at the line out. If they go to the back, great ball there.
Korea carry strongly forward, get the leg drive going. Looking for space out here on the right. John Young Shik feeds it on quickly to the new man on the field who steps in off his right, finds some space. Korea drive forward again. 5 metres out from the Malaysian line. Nice little inside ball. Oh, some great interplay there from the Korean pack.
What hands we are seeing today from the Korean pack. Depth of touch. We've seen a lot of that today. That carry forward, just looking for the inside outside. When you got big physical boys who have that good hands, it's difficult for the defense to make a tackle. So many options. Kim Chan-ju is the benefiter, but that was all done. The work was done earlier with the nice hands from the tight 5.
Yeah, some lovely little interplay in the contact there. Good skill set on display today from Korea. What do you think the message for them would have been at halftime?
More of the same, and that's what we're seeing so far. If you're controlling the possession and where you're playing on the pitch, you're going to get opportunities. And Korea have taken their opportunities very well today.
Go. Just pushed it away to the right this time.
That's, like we said before, the only thing that hasn't gone well or Korea's way today has been the goal kicking. We want to see this replay again. Nice inside ball, outside ball. We've got powerful forwards that can also handle the ball like that. It's a nightmare for opposition defense.
Yeah, and it'll be Malaysia getting us underway again through Chapman. Will they look to compete here? They've knocked it down deep into the Korean 22 again. Well secured by them. And a nice little breakout here.
Oh, that's a great tackle there from number 12, Zarif. That's exactly what you need if you're Malaysia. A bit of momentum. All it takes is one good hit like that. Now finally an opportunity for Malaysia to counter. We haven't seen much of this. And that's a great kick.
Lovely kick there.
That is a beautiful kick from number 15, Hafiz. 50-22, had the wind at his back.
Yeah, lovely touch there from Anwarul Hafiz. Gives Malaysia an opportunity to get some points on the board here.
That's exactly all it took there was they finally sort out that kickoff. Great hit from Zarif in the midfield. Forces Korea to kick. Malaysia has the wind at their back. Finally some field territory. A good platform here to attack from inside the Korean 22.
Be nice to see them work through a few phases here and try and get some control on their own position. First job is to win this line out though. Well secured there by Malaysia and they go for the drive. Been stopped once by Korea. Malaysia release it to the midfield. Chapman passes and works around the corner. Malaysia, they're playing under penalty advantage now. Strong carry through the middle by Malaysia. Chapman drops in the pocket, thinks about a drop goal. And a high tackle from Korea. So an opportunity here for Malaysia if they want to take through and just get some points on the board. Right in the middle of the field on the 22. What's the decision here? They're going to go for the line out. And Chapman finds a good touch, 5 metres out from the Korean line. So they had a crack at that drive off the previous line out.
I think if you're Malaysia, the result might be too difficult to overturn, but what you can do in the second half is win the second half, build some momentum going in to the rest of the games in the ARC. It's a really good opportunity to test out some of the moves or set piece plays that you have inside the 22.
And they'll be back to their full complement of 15 players now.
So we've got the starting hooker Dutch back into line out after his time in the naughty chair. First task is to deliver a successful line out 5 meters from the Korean try line.
Bit of movement there, and they've secured it. Quick ball off the top. They've run a little play down the short side. Malaysia!
Beautiful set piece play there from Malaysia.
And the Malaysian fans go up in unison to applaud that.
It's beautiful. Something out of the training ground. The starting hooker comes back in. He probably made the call as he came back on. Little 4-man line out, a lot of movement to create some confusion. And then just when you thought they were going to go open side, they bring it down. They keep that front lifter in the front, and he just powers through. The new man, number 19, Shorbri, with the try.
Yeah, nice work by Malaysia there. Been a tough afternoon for them, but showed some good tenacity there. Restored to a full complement of 15 players.
Exactly what you needed. And again, it just started from that big tackle. Korea were not able to clear their lines. Malaysia finally doing what Korea did in the first half, playing the right part of the pitch, get that 5-meter line out, and able to score.
So tough conversion attempt here, struck it pretty well, goes towards the post, and it's just missed. What a good confidence boost there for Malaysia.
Sweeney got a big boot on him. Chapman just missed it, and look at this, we got Korea. The 3 beefcakes here, we got 16, 17, 18, it's a full front row swap.
So 18,
We've got 18, So Tepung, and we've got number 16, Shin Jimin, and number 17, Park Kun-woo. It's a full swap of the front 3. And I'll just say this, keep an eye out for number 18, So Tepung. He's one that we have a lot of hopes here for in Korea. Big number 3.
Malaysia secure their kickoff.
Malaysia with their tails up a little bit more. Chapman with the kick pass.
Some nice footwork there, finding some space.
This is where Malaysia can be dangerous in the open. They do have some really good steppers in that back 3.
Kick deep again. Korea move up towards halfway, knock it deep into the Malaysian half. Chapman in the middle on that left boot of his again, goes with the old-fashioned torpedo spiral. Bit of kick tennis going on here now. Malaysia secure the ball on their own 10-metre line. Quite slow though, so they'll be looking to hit this pod. Some nice footwork there from the hooker. Dutch, as he likes to be known, drives forward.
A good, powerful carry. Through the middle.
Finding some space up the middle now, Malaysia, as they inch towards the Korean half. Chapman onto his right foot. Puts in a difficult kick there.
It's a nice little deft kick there. And look at this. Finally, Malaysia really controlling that kick tennis, being able to hold on to the ball, go through some phases, make some meters, and then they've really got a handy fly half there in Chapman, who's able to kind of plug at corners. And for the first time in sequence, we've seen Malaysia actually win that field battle, and they've got another great opportunity here to attack in the Korean half.
Yeah, just hitting a bit of a purple patch here. Malaysia growing in a bit of confidence, backing their attack to work through some phases. It's good to see. They've got a line out 30 metres out from the Korean try line. And it's just been bobbled back on the Korean side. So that's unfortunate. Korea set up that pod off 9.
Just knocked on in contact there. So we'll come back for the original knock-on from Malaysia in the line out. Unfortunate to see Malaysia building some good momentum. They go back to the set piece. They just scored off their last line out, but a little bit of a communication breakdown, knock on, and it relieves pressure. If you're Korea now, you want to get back into rhythm. Hong Kong have had the better play, or sorry, Malaysia have had the better play here for the last 5 minutes.
Korea with a scrum, almost on their own 10-metre line. Got acres of space out here on the right.
Yeah, it's an early hit there from Korea. Just a bit eager. Malaysia, take it quick.
Amaral, the 8, carried strongly there. Sets it up midfield. Slow ball here. It's been turned over. And all a bit messy there, but Malaysia deemed to be offside at that breakdown.
Just seemed to be stripped in the tackle there, and then the Malaysian players in the surrounding areas weren't able to react quick enough. Korea knocking the ball on, but did have the penalty advantage.
Ko finds touch on the halfway. 43 points to 5. 55 minutes gone. Korea in the ascendancy.
So Korea now with the new hooker, Park, and his first play is over the top. Sometimes that happens when you bring in a fresh batch of forwards. You kind of lose your rhythm and communication. But it's a good opportunity here for Malaysia at midfield to attack.
Korea pack working hard to slow this ball down and come in with a strong counter ruck. Malaysia though, they've managed to secure it. Looking for some space out here on the left, and they've found a little bit. Draw and pass, here goes the Malaysian winger down the sideline. Doing well to stay in there initially, tries to feed it back on the inside, but it's gone forward into a Korean defender's hand.
Really good play there from Malaysia. The first time we've really seen their backs open up in positive field position.
Mohammed Dame flying down the sideline here, did well to get rid of the initial defender. Was being knocked towards the sideline, so through a bit of a speculator. You can't really blame him. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities this afternoon, so worth a try. Unfortunately, it just floated forward.
Malaysia with their tails have been very good these last 10 minutes of the second half. I think they're finally finding their rhythm. Things going a bit more to plan than they were in the first half.
Yeah, their goal stated by the captain before the match was to come out of this Asia Rugby Championship with at least one win, so they'll be looking to build some confidence in the remaining minutes here.
Good touch finder there. But again, even though Korea relieves pressure, it's all been Malaysia field position-wise in the last 10 minutes. Now if they can nail, they broke down the last lineup, but if they can nail this set piece now, the face play is starting to follow. Korea making a change there in the locking position. Number 4 out and number 19, Kim Sang-jin on the field. That's a big body.
Amaral Mukminin to throw the line out, and it's been taken by Korea.
Here's the new man here, right into the action.
Korean halfback gesticulating wildly there for a penalty, and he's got one.
Like a good halfback does.
Assisting the referee with his decision making there.
Good tackle there from the Malaysian defense. Seemed to have had hands on, but deemed to be sealing off.
It's a good steal there by Chanju Kim.
Now Korea with an opportunity just inside the Malaysia 22. Good platform to attack here. We had a breakdown with the new hooker in the game. Let's see if they can nail this one. Straight to the back.
Yeah, well secured there by Korea. Oh, nice little set piece move there. And some great work by Malaysia at the breakdown to win a penalty.
It's a nice little outside in play.
Good work there by the Malaysian fly half to Chapman to hold on and allows his defender an opportunity to get over the ball.
Slightly, Korean players slightly isolated, deemed to be coming into the side. So Malaysia with good defense there, and Chapman with his big left boot able to relieve pressure and take play up almost to the halfway line. So it started a bit late, but Malaysia really growing into this game. It didn't start well, but a lot of positives in the second half.
Yep, digging deep here, shows good spirit. Going in at half-time, 38-0 wouldn't have been easy, but they've come out in the second half and played a lot better. Well done, they secure their line out. Nice little wraparound play, found some space here. And unfortunately, the final pass goes begging.
Yeah, they worked it really well there. They had some runners in the middle, sat the Korean defense down, and they had that extra man outside. It's just that final pass didn't go to hand. Could have taken your pick, forward or the knock on. Korea making a change here at the halfback position. Kang's had a good day, and we'll see the new man, Paul Chejun, come in wearing the number 21.
Yeah, tidy game from Kang today.
Malaysia also making a switch in the backs. Looks like number 23, Iqbal, on the field will be taking up that left wing position.
And potentially another sub, an 18 coming on for Malaysia, and that is Abra. It's like he's slotting into the second row there, perhaps.
First task, take on the Korean scrum.
It's been a formidable scrummaging performance by Korea. Another solid platform here. Good work by Malaysia there to get up and disrupt that set play from Korea.
Really
put them
good,
on
really
back
good
foot.
line speed from the Malaysians there.
Straight up the middle again from Korea. Some slick handling until that point.
Commentators curse
Absolute
there.
curse. Yeah.
Korea playing with tempo, going side to side. It's just like Malaysia in that previous sequence. Just that final pass not going to hand. I think he had his eyes up looking at that covering defender. Just catch the ball, mate. Bit of stop-start here in the second half, which can be expected with all the substitutions. Difficult to find your rhythm.
It's been a fairly fast-paced game, to be fair. A few tired bodies in the last quarter. Can the Malaysian thrower find his man? And he has. Malaysia feed into midfield, tips it on. Korean defence up to it though. This Malaysian forward sweep around the corner, getting met with stout resistance from Korea, and it looks like they've got no other option other than to try and exit from here. John Yong Shik fields the ball inside his own half. Back on the boot from Korea. Well fielded by the new man who boots the ball. Another strong carry from Korea. Malaysia get over and try and have a crack at the breakdown, but Korea have got some space down on the left-hand flank here.
Dutch there just smothering Kim Chan-do, but Korea were able to recycle the possession.
And a little snipe down the blind side, boot to ball. Onto that left foot again. Hasn't found touch though. Yeon-shik goes with a bit of footwork, gets a hand off, carries up to the Malaysian 10-metre line. Korea recycle, look to come blind. Korea working their way through the phases, but some strong counter-rucking coming in from Malaysia.
Oh, that's great play from Malaysia there to force a turnover.
Great work, Malaysia. Opportunity for them to counter.
What a hit there from number 7, Kim Chan-ju. Causing a turnover. Great passage of play there from both teams. Probably the longest passage we've had all day. 3-4 minutes of non-stop rugby there.
Yeah, good physicality from both sides at the breakdown. Initially, Malaysia saw an opportunity, got some bodies over, forced a turnover here.
Just as we expected, when she get over that 60-minute mark, we see some tired bodies. We're seeing a Malaysian change in the front row position, and also at halfback.
Yep, number 17 coming on, Azram Fakhrullah, and halfback
number 21,
Nasruddin.
We do apologize for any pronunciations with the last names.
Yeah, definitely trying our best here.
Finally seeing that open rugby that was promised before the game. What you'd like to see is both teams having a crack. The result might be in the bag for Korea, but Malaysia not laying down, actually having a better second half, if anything.
Korea secure some ball, and John Yeon-shik puts on a bit of footwork, backs himself and just uses that gliding pace to go over.
Been waiting all day for the 7 superstar Chung Yeon-shik to do something. I know he likes to get his hands on the ball as much as he can. Just give him an early ball, one-on-one matchup, and let him go to work. What a step that was off his right foot. And then, like you say, he just glides into pace. Doesn't look like he's working too hard. Just an elegant runner, if anything.
Yep. The initial footwork here, gets one-on-one with his man, steps back.
Is that a slight goosey there?
Yeah, we'll give him a gooey there.
A little slight one there. Just glides into his running form.
Must be a bit of a nightmare at training to mark a one-on-one in those channels, is he?
I don't think I ever got him once on a one-on-one. I always left him to my inside man.
Good option.
No, but Korea needed that actually. Malaysia were really building momentum in the second half, having the better second half, if anything. But Korea, there was some individual brilliance. That sometimes that's what you need, just when your stars to kind of bail you out of trouble. And now go with a difficult conversion all the way from this right-hand touchline.
Just pulled that one away again. Korea, 48 points to 5. But it's been a tighter second half. Can't fault the effort from Malaysia.
You can tell we are playing a match in Korea. I'm starting to get a whiff of ramen flowing around here. It's know when you're watching sports in Korea, you got fried chicken, ramen, and a beer.
Great place to watch sport, Korea. I'd recommend anyone that has a chance to get up here and see it for yourself.
Great take there. Great turnover there from the Malaysian side.
Good work from Malaysia.
And that's the new man, number 17, Azam Fukuruller, on the field, winning his team a penalty.
Looks as though they're going to take the opportunity to get some more points on the board.
And again, this is a pool play format competition, so you never know, those points might come in handy later on in the competition. Still have games against the UAE and Hong Kong, China, Malaysia. And again, we're not in a tournament, but in pool play, so every point matters.
So this kick, about 27 meters out.
Distance will not be an issue.
Unfortunately, it's just pushed away. Sounded good off the boot, but it's just that direction again. Just slides across the left-hand upright there. Korea find some space down the right. And Malaysia play into the midfield.
Running into a brick wall there. Malaysia, about 12 minutes left in this match. You want to build momentum, keep your hands on the ball. As we say, that another commentator's curse. One-off runners into this Korean defense is not going to be successful.
Yeah, strong contact there initially, and gave his Jackler an opportunity to get over the ball. Look at this powerful driving tackle.
Good initial contact, and then that's 16. Shin Jimin, the new prop, just came in and able to jackal that ball.
Korea fine touch, 8 meters out from the Malaysian line. Leading 48 points to 5, coming to the final 10 minutes here. Finds the target. They go quickly off the top, out into the midfield. Bit of a wayward pass, but it's fallen into the hands of the big lock charging through the centre. Malaysia go in and compete at the breakdown, but it's come on the Korean side.
And there's that number 8, that athlete. We haven't seen much of him in the second half, but showing his presence here.
Korea work down the blind side again. Inching forward towards the Malaysian line. Working around the corner here, Korea. They've got numbers and space out to the left, but they've gone right up the middle. And it'll be Lee Jin-gu goes in for another try.
Just too quick, too powerful, and too good of footwork there for the Malaysian back line. Korea got into the 22, opted not to take the maul. They opted to stick with the phase plays, able to put a sequence of plays together, and then just capped off by this captain right here. Saw the shooter, stepped inside. Too powerful, too much balance, and too quick.
He's attacked well today, Lee Jin-gu.
Just made the gain line his today.
Built on the back of a series of phases where Korea got quick ruck ball, allowed them to get some momentum.
Yeah, the shape's been pretty good today when Korea's got into that momentum. When they've gotten that flow, players seem to know what's going on, where they need to be. Individual roles have been assigned. Ko this time successful with the kick right out front.
Raises the half century for Korea, so 53 points to 5. About 8 minutes to go by the time this kickoff is taken. As we mentioned before the match, it's a fairly inexperienced Korean side, and they've been quite impressive today.
A lot lot of new names, new faces. Korea have always been an individually brilliant team, but starting to look like a team on the same page, a team playing for one another. It's another good take there.
Perhaps an opportunity to throw the ball around a bit for Korea. Have the crack with the offload out of the contact, and Malaysia have done well to steal it. But unfortunately,
just got isolated there.
Another penalty.
Just looking at this Korean coaching staff, both coaches have spent a long time in Japan. Incheon Nam at Panasonic under Robbie Deans, and Lee Myung-gun at Kubota for 10 plus years, both coaches. And I think that professionalism is starting to creep into this Korean side. We're seeing really good work, just from a tactical understanding of the game. Really good to see those Korean coaches, ex-players, playing the Japan 1, the Japan Top League, and bringing that IP back here to Korea.
Yeah, great. And it's Jingu Lee who carries strongly again. Looking for a high contestable here. Oh, well
that's
taken.
A great take by Iqbal, number 23. That's the first high ball we've seen all day.
Yeah, Iqbal up to the task with a good take, so gives Malaysia an opportunity. They're deep inside their half, but they've won a penalty.
Korean player not able to roll away there. That big body, that big lock, almost too big for himself, couldn't get out of there. It's a credit to both teams. If no high balls is kind of credit of the fast rugby we want to see. It's something that's really crept in the international game, is a lot of box kicking, a lot of high ball. It's from 10, but we haven't seen that today from Korea and Malaysia.
Great conditions here, and both sides have looked to exploit it. Ball in hand rugby.
For Malaysia now, another opportunity to test out that line out and build some momentum.
Nasharuddin gets a good pass away. They work around the corner. Oh.
Seemed deemed high there. Has the referee seen it? Yes, arm is up. So free pass here for Malaysia.
Sweeping around the corner to the right. And we'll go back for the initial penalty. So, got an injury and back play here, but Malaysia have secured a penalty. About 5 metres inside the Korean half. Perhaps have the distance here if they want to go for a shot at goal and build on that score of 5 points, but also the opportunity to go deep and try out that line out strike again. Mohamed Faraz down receiving some attention.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but the way he's sitting there and taking his time getting up. We're having the on-site doctor. It looks like the stretcher as well. It's something that you don't like to see. We've gone through 70 some minutes basically injury free today.
Looks like
caught a stray head there from the Korean center
to that knee, so hopefully this is just a precaution.
Credit to both teams in the spirit of the game. We haven't seen any of that, the handbags or any foul play really today.
It's been a good clean contest. Plenty of physicality, some good ball movement.
And Malaysia able to keep their players on the field in the second half, so able to get some points on and really show some good signs of potential.
Yeah, I mean 38 points to nil at half time is tough one.
Yeah, mentally not easy, but good to see them come back out. Nice little trick line out to get 5 points on the board, and the backs look dangerous when they have that chance.
Just one of those unfortunate accidents here in rugby. No malice intended there. 17 points to 5, so it's been a much more competitive second half. 17 points to 5 being the score in the second half. And some polite applause for the injured player. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Chapman here will restart play with the touch finder. It's been good with the boot all day. That's a positive thing for Malaysia. They do have a fly half now that can kick deep and control the game with their boot. It's something that they can utilize going forward in this championship.
Another great position for Malaysia. They were about 10 metres out from the Korean line. Their line out worked some magic in a similar position earlier. First job is to secure it though. Plenty of movement. They've gone over the back, found their man, but it's
unfortunately not straight.
Oh, well, early lift from Korea though, and Malaysia steam forward. Can they get another try here? Got numbers down the short side. If they can find this forward pod, they drive with the pick and go. Inching up towards that Korean line, about a metre or two short. Looks like they're going to go for the pick and go again. They've won another penalty. Korea coming through and disrupting, but penalty advantage for Malaysia. They drive forward again. Low chop tackle. Pressure coming through from Malaysia late in the game. Forwards rumbling it up. Just need to stay patient and hold their shape. Penalty advantage still in play. Slow ball, but they're getting set for another drive. Korean forwards up to the task so far. Malaysia working the pick and goes.
Still with advantage here, just building that pressure in this Malaysian forward pack.
Now they go wide. Oh, it's been dropped, but they'll go back for that penalty, and we've got a double blast on the whistle here, so.
Yeah, multiple offsides there, defending the goal line from the Korean team. This is great for Malaysia. You want to finish the game strong. Opportunity here to maybe get another try on the board.
And it's a yellow card, so Korea will finish the game a player short. Persistence infringements there. One of the members of the Korean pack as well, so Malaysia wisely opting for the scrum to take advantage of their superior numbers. Kim Sang-jin, sorry, will sit the rest of the game out for Korea.
Great platform here for Malaysia to finish the game. 5 meters from the Korea line, the man advantage. Korea with 7 men with a big push.
Oh, massive shove from Korea.
Wow, 7-man scrum from Korea, defending their goal line, able to win a scrum penalty in the 78th minute. You'd like to see that if you're the Korean coaching staff.
Huge shunt coming in through the 7-man Korean pack. They've got some big boys out there. None more so than number 18. So, don't have the stats in front of me, but I reckon it'd be well north of 125 kgs. Korea clear their line, have an opportunity to throw 10 metres inside their own half. finds the target. Strong carry in the midfield from Korea, up towards halfway.
Oh, that's a great steal there from the Malaysian player. I believe it's number 21.
Muhammad Nasharuddin getting over the ball there, doing some good work. Great awareness from him. Saw that the Korean runner had been isolated a little. And some good work down there on the touchline by Korea. Keep that ball in.
That was a great little play there to keep that ball in. Now they're about 30 seconds left on the clock.
They work down the short side.
Not much space there, but they're able to wiggle their way through.
The ball's just bobbled out over the sideline. Malaysia look to go quickly. Good opportunity to counter here.
Yeah, nothing to lose, now or never.
Oh, shows and goes around the outside. Some great play there by Malaysia. Chip and chase.
What a dummy. Sold everybody. Suhilmi. But that will be touch. And with the hooter gone, that will be the final play of the match.
So comprehensive victory here to Korea. They run out to a 50-point victory in this opening match for them of the 2024 Asia Rugby Championship. The new coaching staff will be happy with the way the team stuck to their structures. Some outstanding individual performances from Korea. Number 8, Hwang, was dominant in the first half, scored a hat-trick of tries, carried strongly in the wide channel. For Malaysia, they dug deep, going in at half-time, 38-0 behind, came out and put together a much better second half display. Managed to score a good try off some sharp work from the line out down the short side. But a bright start for Korea in this 2024 Asia Rugby Championship. Good sportsmanship here from both teams as they form a tunnel. Hard-fought battle, but played in good spirits. On a nice afternoon here in Incheon. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. Stand by and we'll get some post-match interviews from the captains of both sides. Just the winning captain, in fact. So we're just going to go down with Ben, CEO of Asia Rugby, and Andre Jin Kokiard for the post-match interview with the winning captain from Korea. Strong second half performance from both sides. Korea scoring some good tries, but Malaysia showing a lot of tenacity. One of the highlights of the game, that little backdoor offload. Sees number 11 Lee going for Korea under the posts. Good contender there for man of the match. Won the number 8 from Korea. Some strong work by the Korean forward pack this afternoon at set piece time. Nice little offloading in the contact there as well. And Korea scoring a number of tries out here this afternoon. Give them a lot of confidence going forward. Malaysia, though, had their moments. Nice footwork and some acceleration, perhaps a hint of a goose step there from John Yong-shik. Another one of the standouts was Korean captain Lee Jin-gyu. Some enterprising play from Malaysia, but the ball ultimately going into touch to end this fixture. Lovely day here in Incheon, and we're just going to go downstairs for the post-match interview now. So here we have Ben and Andre with the winning captain from Korea. Apologies, we're just having a few technical difficulties here. Jin-gyu Lee, though, will be a very happy man. His team put on a great performance this afternoon.
This was the Hong Kong side. It would have been quite difficult. Hong Kong China side would have been difficult, but still happy that it's a good start.
Okay, so it was a good start. The scoreboard showed it was a good start. So I want to ask you, you're not very happy with some of the things, but tell me what went well today for you?
오늘 이제 딱 봐도 점수 차이는 좀 컸는데 좀 안 좋은 부분들도 나왔다고 했는데 그래도 55대 5인데 좀 좋은 것도 나왔는데 혹시 좋은 점들 좀 설명할 수 있을까요?
좋은 점은 뭐 저희 팀에서 그 힘든 순간에 한 방씩 해줄 수 있는 큰 에이스 같은 선수들이 많다는 점을 발견해서 좀 좋았고, 첫 번째 트라이 뭐 득점 전반에 들어가는 트라이 보면 패턴으로 인한 트라이보다는 뭔가 개인에 의한 그런 트라이가 들어간 것 같아서 뭐 그 점에서는 뭐 좋은 점이라면 좋은 점이라고 생각합니다.
If we do take some positives, there were a couple individual plays today, so we were able to find some individual talent, guys that were able to get out of trouble, and then in the first half particularly there was some really good team structure and team pattern, so those are the two positives we can take from today.
So you take those positives to next week where you play in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. So do you know what the conditions are going to be like over there?
이제 좋은 점들 갖고 가고 다음 주에 이제 UAE랑 어웨이 경기를 마치는데 혹시 거기 그 환경 컨디션이 어떤지 알고 UAE 대해서 조금만 설명할 수 있을까요? 그 다음 주 시합에 대해서.
뭐 UAE 뭐 날씨나 뭐 이런 거?
날씨랑 하고 분석한 거 있어요.
뭐 15인제 경기로 가본 건 아니지만 제가 뭐 세븐스 경기로 뭐 2번이나 가봤기 때문에 거기 뭐 날씨나 이런 뭐 환경 이런 거에 대해서 좀 많이 알고 있고 저희 스텝도 세븐스 스텝도 하셨던 분들이라 그런 거는 문제 없다고 생각합니다.
So for the conditions, we haven't played a 15s match there for a while, but a lot of us have been involved with the 7s, so we know the conditions. It wouldn't be a surprise next week, and looking forward to it in UAE.
So brilliant, good score, good start to the championship. So I wish you luck for next week. It's going to be a long travel, so yeah, I hope you guys get a chance to stretch the legs and get used to the heat over there. Good luck.
마지막 말씀인데 그냥 뭐 다음 주 좀 멀리 가야 될 건데 잘 준비를 하시고 거기 가서 좋은 또 경기력을 보일 수 있도록 하고 마무리 멘트 하나만 부탁드릴게요.
일단 뭐 누구한테 마무리 멘트 하라는 거야?
그냥 준비 열심히 준비했다 이런 거죠.
뭐 가장 중요한 거는 일단 저희가 뭐 홍콩전에서 최근 전적 뭐 그동안의 전적이 저희가 이겼던 경기가 뭐 많이 없는데 이번에는 전보다는 15인제 준비 기간이 좀 길었다고 생각해요. 그래서 뭐 멤버도 많이 바뀌었고 더 좋은 쪽으로 바뀌었고 그리고 뭐 준비 기간도 더 길었기 때문에 이번에는 홍콩을 이기는 게 저희 목표니까 좀 많이 한국을 좀 응원해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Yeah, and previously haven't had good results against Hong Kong, China, who previously been our rivals. So we're building up to that final match. We've had a really good preparation. I think that showed today, and we just continue to ask you for your support, and please support Korea Rugby.
Of course we will. If you keep on playing such good rugby, well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
수고.
Well done. Good luck. He's not even sweating.
So, just wrapping up a lovely afternoon in South Korea at the Incheon, out in Incheon here, with Korea recording a comprehensive 55-5 victory over Malaysia to open their account in the 2024 Asia Rugby Championship. And they'll move forward with confidence to their next match in the United Arab Emirates. Seen some good, positive attacking rugby here this afternoon. Thank you for everyone who's joined us. Next match is up on June the 8th with Malaysia taking on Hong Kong, China in Malaysia. Kick-off at 2 p.m. All the action streamed live on Asia Rugby's YouTube and Rugby Pass TV. Malaysia with a much better second half will take some confidence from that for their home fixture. Thank you for joining us.